right? So my left foot can be underneath his thigh. It can be on the opposite side, either thigh or crook of the knee. And my right foot can be on the hip, toes pointed out. So doing standard finishing, right? We're lifting, and make sure that your hand is sliding back, your elbow is high, you're opening your chest, and you're pushing up the hip to expand, right? So that's the first finish. So with your hand positioning. So you can adjust and slide back by pulling your hand out and then cutting back like this. And just me holding it there is enough, right? So standard one, make sure that whenever you're going for straight ankle, you're not opening your chest and your hand stays by your hip, because you know, John can tell you there's nothing there. Make sure it stays with you. Open and go. So other options for finishing mechanics. You can stay tight, move your shoulder forward, and then expand your chest like this, which gives it real nice. So basically what I'm doing is I'm closing off this gap and I'm opening my chest together, so the hole is a lot smaller. If I'm here, the hole is same size, and so it's hard to finish. But if I go shoulder and I open, that'll give you much more pressure. So shoulder forward, and then I just open, and it's a lot quicker. Versus if I'm here, there's a lot more I can do. Now, elbow positioning. You can fall to your side, pinching nice and tight, and you could finish here, straight ankle, on my elbow. But if you make your elbow go away onto your shoulder, and I fall here, that's gonna give you the best braking power. So this way versus elbow goes away and I'm on my shoulder. So again, to recap, straight ankle, right? Gripping here. A lot of people do it like this. I wouldn't do and push up like this. You don't have enough power to finish. It's like a guillotine grip. Pinching tight, shoulders, and expand. If you want to do shoulders forward and then expand your chest, there, you can re-grip, out, come back. And that's nasty there. Or falling to your side on your elbow. Make sure you're pinching your knees and opening or dropping your elbow and then going for your straight ankle. Okay? Any questions on straight ankle mechanics?
You want to try those?
Yeah, just kind of go with it with your partner and just kind of play around a little bit. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's say that you grab the leg really terribly and your hand's low and you have it here and he keeps trying to like grab you, whatever the case is, you create space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fall with one hand and see how low my hand is. Doesn't matter how low it is, right? Obviously I want it to be up here, but it's low. I'm gonna go to my elbow and I'm gonna pull my elbow to my body and go into my shoulder like this. Then I'm gonna do it one more time, here, and that's it. So pulling your elbow back, dropping to your shoulder is enough to finish the straight ankle. And my hand is at the worst possible scenario, right? I want it to be up here, but I'm down here. I messed up. I'm just gonna go for it anyways. So elbow back, shoulder, and then one more time. Boom, and that's it. So I'm pulling down, I'm pulling down. You can even go 3 times and down, and that's enough. I'm not even gripping, I'm not extending, I'm just falling to my shoulder. So one more time. I'm here, right? This is good. This is bad. So I'm gonna go to my side, elbow comes back, I go to my shoulder. That's the first one. And then I do one more. And then as I fall, it'll hit without having to do anything else. Carlo, please, may I do one on you? You don't have to tap, it's okay. Just let it happen. So my grip's real low. You don't feel the threat here, right? So I'm gonna go elbow to my body and to my shoulder, here. And now I do one more time, here, and I go, right? It makes it so beautiful. Pinch, pinch, shoulder. And then I go backwards and I do it again. Pinch, shoulder. And as I fall, it'll be enough to finish. Okay, so that's just another option for straight ankle. 1, 2, 3. Go in here and he starts putting on the boot and kicking his leg straight in. Yeah, that's gonna be the problem. and he'll probably have my head or my shoulder. So my left hand is gonna cup the knee here, and I'm gonna pull it in tight like that. Now I'm gonna let my grip come out, and I'm gonna put my ribs onto his shin, because I wanna trap this. And the reason why I'm keeping this here is because if I don't have this here, he's gonna start rotating and pulling it out that way. So I'm pulling it tight, and my ribs go here. And I'm close to my knee, because I need to make space for my arm. My right hand is gonna go, I'm gonna grab right here on his toes, right there. So pin here, and I'm gonna lock out my arm. And then from here, I'm just gonna bridge and then finish. So this is a toe press. Depending on the ref, this is like a straight ankle, right? Because you just don't have it around. You're going, some guys will call it a toe hold. So right here, right? He's putting on the boot so it's flexed, right? And I'm close to him. I'm gonna grab the knee, pull this out, I bring my ribs forward and I pinch. Then I lock out my arm. Even if your arm is halfway bent, that's fine. But you have to make sure that you can't just straighten your arm to try to finish it, right? You're gonna lock it and then bridge into the ankle. So here, over, out, pin, close. I'm gonna lock out my arm and then I bridge. You can cup it here. You can rotate the toes like this too. But don't try to push it like this, because I won't be able to do it. It'll be too hard. I need my hips and my body to rotate into it like that. Peter, may I use your feeties,
So lock out your elbow.
Yes, sir. So, the taller they are, the better it is. So, straight ankle, he flexes his foot up, right? So I need a cup here, bring my ribs and trap the shin here, and go forward. I'm gonna lock my arm out, and then I'm gonna bridge right into it. Right? If I'm here, it's gonna be hard. But if I lock out my arm, and then I bridge, it's a lot easier to finish.
If he does keep your foot, do you just keep going?
So, you mean...
Like he hops over your right foot?
Oh, yeah. You can still go and pin it. And the problem is you're gonna have to switch if you're in a no-gi roll set where you can do heel hooks, how it's catch the heel and then go for it, come over the top, and then finish your belly down outside Ashi. Okay, any questions? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Straight ankle here. So we're gonna go cross grip. So my left hand ideally is gonna go underneath, but you can bring it in front, right? I bring it in front. I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna square. I need to square up with John. So the best way is when you're here, I go 1 and 2, and my wrist is flat because I want to make maximum compression with my wrist. Then as I rotate to my left and square up with John, I'm gonna bring my wrist up here, and then I bridge. So straight ankle under, and I go flat, flat here, and this is one of the better grips, and I'll explain why. Compress, and I rotate. As I rotate, I bring my wrist bone up, and then I go. The problem is that if I'm here, he already feels the maximum. So I want to compress his Achilles into my wrist and then rotate as I'm turning. So there is a lot that goes on the internet like this, right? Danaher Lexus. This is good because you're maximizing the tension. The problem is if he grabs my wrist, this no longer works. And now I just have one hand and I'm gonna be screwed. So just keep that in mind. If I'm here and he tries to grab my hand, I can get it. But here, you're giving yourself an option for him to defend himself. Obviously, this would be his best option, but this one, just pulling this, takes away all the tension. So, straight, under, flat. For a naked choke, and I'm going as high as I can onto a shin. As I rotate and square, I'm rotating my wrist up, and then I bridge, and I'm, flexing my lats, and then I'm opening up like this. Boom, boom, and then I go. Okay, so this is a cross grip straight ankle. Any questions? This will be our last one. Okay, 1, 2, 3.